want to explore other people, but you can't, she said. So I let her have her trainer while I secretly fell for my coworker. Now that her trainer dumped her, she wants to fix our marriage. But there's nothing to fix anymore. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I never thought I'd be writing this, but here we are. My marriage is over, and honestly, I'm relieved. 4 years of marriage, 7 years together total, and it ended because my wife wanted to explore other people while keeping me locked down. The irony? I'm the one who ended up finding something real. Let me back up. My name is Owen. I'm 29, and I work as a software engineer. My wife Brianna is 28, works in marketing, and apparently had been planning this whole thing for months before she brought it up to me. It started about 6 months ago. Brianna had been acting different, coming home later, dressing up more, spending way more time at the gym. She'd always been into fitness, but suddenly she was there 5 nights a week. I trusted her completely, so I just supported it. Hell, I was proud of her for being so dedicated. The first real sign something was off was when I came home from work early one Tuesday. She was in our bedroom, trying on different outfits, and she looked genuinely startled to see me. "Hey babe," I said, loosening my tie. "You look amazing. Special occasion?" "Oh, just meeting the girls for drinks," she said, not meeting my eyes. "You know how it is." I didn't know how it was, actually. She'd been having a lot of these girls' nights lately, and she never used to be the type to dress up just for her female friends. But again, I trusted her. I figured she was just going through some kind of phase, maybe feeling more confident about herself. The conversation that changed everything happened on a Saturday night. We were on the couch watching Netflix, and she seemed distracted, scrolling through her phone. "Owen, I've been thinking about something," she said, not looking up from her screen. "Yeah? What's up? What if we're limiting ourselves? I mean, we got together so young. Don't you wonder what else is out there?" I paused the show. "Not really. I'm happy with what we have." She finally looked at me, and there was something in her expression I'd never seen before, like she was studying me, calculating. "But how do you know if you've never experienced anything else? I think we should open our marriage." The words hit me like a slap. Open it how? You know, see other people. Explore. It could make us stronger. I sat there for a moment, processing. "Brianna, where is this coming from? Are you not happy?" "I am happy," she said quickly. "But I'm also curious. I've been watching this documentary about polyamory and reading articles online. Lots of couples are doing this now. They say it can actually strengthen your bond because you're choosing each other every day instead of just staying together out of habit. And you want to do this because I think we owe it to ourselves to explore. We're young, we're attractive, we have so much life ahead of us. Why should we limit ourselves to just one person forever?" I felt sick. "Do you have someone in mind?" She hesitated just a second too long. "Maybe, but this isn't about him. This is about us growing." "Him? So you do have someone specific?" "My trainer Marcus we've been talking. He's really insightful about relationships and personal growth. He's the one who first brought up the idea that monogamy might be holding us back." And there it was. My wife's trainer had been filling her head with this nonsense, and she was already emotionally invested in him. I should have ended it right there, but I was still reeling. "So you want to date your trainer?" "I want us both to have the freedom to explore connections with other people. Owen, this could save our marriage." Over the next few days, she presented me with all her research. She had articles printed out, highlighted passages about ethical non-monogamy and relationship evolution. She had it all figured out, including the rules. "I've been reading about this," she said, spreading papers across our kitchen table like she was presenting a business proposal. "The key is having boundaries. Like, you could have casual encounters, but I need something more meaningful to explore my emotional needs. So you want to date people, but I can only hook up? It's not like that. I'm just more emotionally driven. You're more physical. This way we both get what we need. And you already have someone in mind, don't you?" "Maybe, but this isn't about him. This is about us growing." I stared at her, and for the first time in our relationship, I saw her clearly. She had already decided what she wanted, and she was manipulating me into agreeing to it. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too, the security of our marriage and the excitement of a new relationship. What if I say no? Her mask slipped for just a moment. Then I guess we'll have to figure out if this marriage is really working for both of us. The threat was subtle but clear. Agree to this, or she'd leave anyway. At least this way, I get something out of it too, right? Fine, I said. But we both follow the same rules. Of course, she said, but I could see the satisfaction in her eyes. She'd won. The next week was surreal. Brianna immediately started talking about Marcus openly, like he was just another friend. She'd come home from the gym glowing, telling me about their deep conversations and how he was helping her discover herself. She started staying out later, claiming they were going for healthy dinners after their training sessions. Meanwhile, I was supposed to be exploring too. I downloaded dating apps, went on a few awkward dates, had a couple of one-night stands that left me feeling empty. The whole time, Brianna would check in with me about my adventures, like she was doing me a favor. "How was your date last night?" she'd ask with fake enthusiasm. "Fine," I'd say. "Just fine?" "Owen, you're supposed to be exploring. Don't you feel more alive?" I felt like shit, actually. But she was clearly having the time of her life. The person who saved my sanity was Vera, a graphic designer at my company. We'd always been friendly, but we started talking more during lunch breaks. She was 26, recently single, and refreshingly straightforward about everything. "So your wife is dating her trainer, and you're okay with this?" she asked one day over sandwiches in the break room. "It's complicated," I said. "No, it's not. She wanted to cheat, so she convinced you to let her." I'd been thinking the same thing, but hearing someone else say it out loud was liberating. "She says it's about growth and exploration." "Owen, I've been divorced. I know what it looks like when someone's already checked out of their marriage. She's not exploring. She's auditioning her replacement husband while keeping you as backup." Vera was nothing like Brianna. She was direct, honest, and she actually listened when I talked. She didn't try to fix me or convince me of anything. She just let me be myself. We started having lunch together every day, then coffee after work, then dinner on weekends when Brianna was with Marcus. It wasn't sexual at first, just friendship. But I found myself looking forward to seeing her more than I looked forward to going home. "You know you're allowed to be happy, right?" she said one evening as we walked around the park near my office. "I am happy," I lied. "No, you're not. You're surviving. There's a difference." She was right. I was surviving my marriage, not living it. About 2 months into this whole arrangement, Brianna's behavior started changing. She was coming home later, sometimes not at all. She'd get texts at all hours and would take her phone into the bathroom to respond. She was basically dating Marcus while I was paying the bills and maintaining our household. The breaking point came when she started policing my friendship with Vera. "Who is this Vera person you keep mentioning?" she asked one night, looking up from her phone. "A coworker. We're friends." "Friends? Owen, we agreed on casual encounters only for you." "This sounds emotional." I stared at her. "Like how you're just casually spending 3 nights a week with Marcus? That's different. I told you I need emotional connection. You're supposed to keep things physical, right? Your needs matter, mine don't. Don't be dramatic." "I'm just saying we need to stick to our boundaries." "What boundaries? You literally moved in with another man part-time. You come home smelling like his cologne and telling me about your deep conversations. But I can't have a female friend. It's not the same thing." "You're right. It's not. Because Vera actually cares about me as a person, not just what I can do for her." That hit home. Brianna's face went red. "Are you sleeping with her?" "No. But would it matter if I was? According to your rules, I'm allowed to have physical relationships. This is different, and you know it." "How is it different, Brianna? Explain it to me." She couldn't. She just stormed out, probably to Marcus's place. That night, I realized something. I was happier when Brianna wasn't around. I looked forward to lunch with Vera more than I looked forward to seeing my wife. My marriage was over. It had been over the moment she decided Marcus was more important than working on our relationship. I started spending more time with Vera, and yes, it eventually became romantic. Not because I was trying to get back at Brianna, but because Vera was everything I'd forgotten I deserved. She was kind, funny, intelligent, and she chose to be with me every day instead of treating me like a backup plan. The shift in power became obvious. I stopped asking Brianna about her nights with Marcus. I stopped pretending to be interested in her journey of self-discovery. I started living my own life. And Brianna noticed. "You seem different lately," she said one evening when I was getting ready to go out. "Different how?" "I don't know. Distant." "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." Just focusing on myself. Where are you going? Out with Vera. Again? Owen, this is getting excessive. Is it? How many nights this week have you been home? She couldn't answer that. The beginning of the end came when Marcus started pulling away from her. I could tell because she was home more often, and she was moody. She'd check her phone constantly and get upset when he didn't respond immediately. Everything okay? I asked one night, not really caring but maintaining basic politeness. Marcus is he's going through something. He needs space. I almost laughed. Marcus had gotten bored with her, just like I knew he would. The thrill of the forbidden married woman had worn off, and now he was probably moving on to his next conquest. 2 weeks later, Brianna came home early from what was supposed to be a date night with Marcus. She was crying. He ended it, she said, collapsing onto the couch. He said he needs to focus on himself and his career. I'm sorry, I said, but I wasn't. I was cooking dinner for Vera, who was coming over in an hour. That's it. You're sorry. What do you want me to say, Brianna? You chose him over me. It didn't work out. That's not my fault. I never chose him over you. This was supposed to be about us exploring together. No, it was about you exploring while I waited around for you to get it out of your system. She wiped her eyes. I think we should close the relationship. I stopped stirring the pasta sauce. What? I think we should close the relationship. Focus on each other. This experiment has run its course. Why? I thought this was about growth and exploration. It was, but now I see what's important. We're married, Owen. We should focus on each other. Where's Marcus tonight? I told you that's over. He wasn't serious about anything. But you and Vera are serious. Yes. Owen, this isn't what we agreed on. No, it's exactly what we agreed on. I'm following your rules perfectly. You're not following the spirit of the agreement. What spirit? The spirit where you get to date someone seriously while I'm limited to casual hookups? The spirit where you get to have your cake and eat it too. The doorbell rang. Vera was here. We need to talk about this, Brianna said desperately. No, we don't. You made your choice when you decided Marcus was more important than working on our marriage. I'm making mine now. I opened the door for Vera, who smiled at me the way Brianna used to, back when she actually cared about me. Hey, beautiful, I said, kissing her hello. Behind me, I heard Brianna gasp. Over the next few weeks, Brianna tried everything. She suggested couples therapy. She planned romantic dates. She even suggested we renew our vows. But it was too late. I'd seen who she really was when she thought she had a better option, and I'd discovered what I deserved with Vera. The final confrontation happened at my office. Brianna showed up uninvited, causing a scene in the lobby. You're throwing away our marriage for some slut you work with, she screamed. Security was already moving toward us, but I held up a hand. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm following the rules you created. This isn't what I wanted. I wanted us to explore and come back stronger. You wanted to have your cake and eat it too. You wanted me to wait around while you had your fun. I made a mistake, okay? I choose you. I choose us. But I don't choose you, Brianna. I choose Vera. She chose me from the beginning. You can't just leave me for her. We're married. You left me first. You just expected me to be there when you got back. This is all her fault. She manipulated you. No, she showed me what it feels like to be someone's first choice instead of their backup plan. That was 6 months ago. The divorce was finalized last month. Brianna tried to turn our mutual friends against me, claiming I'd abandoned our marriage for another woman. But the truth came out. People knew she'd been practically living with Marcus while I was home alone. They knew she'd pushed for the open marriage in the first place. Vera never pushed me to leave my marriage. She never even brought it up. She just showed me what a real partnership looked like. Two people who prioritize each other, who communicate honestly, who don't play games with each other's emotions. I'm 30 now, and I'm happier than I've ever been. Vera and I are talking about moving in together, and for the first time in years, I'm excited about the future. I'm with someone who sees my worth, who appreciates my loyalty, who doesn't take my love for granted. Brianna is still single, as far as I know. Marcus moved on to someone else within a month of dumping her. She lost her trainer, her marriage, and the respect of most of our friend group. She got exactly what she asked for, the freedom to explore. She just didn't like what she found. The moral of the story? Be careful what you wish for. And if someone tries to convince you that you should be grateful for their scraps while they feast elsewhere, run. You deserve better than being someone's backup plan. Update. Brianna texted me yesterday asking if we could talk about closure. I didn't respond. The closure is that I'm happy and she's not. That's all the closure I need. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.